This right here is round 8 of the World Open 2019. Okay, so I just drew the last round. So that puts me at 3.5. 3.5 out of 7. At this point, I am 3.5 out of 7. I'm basically 50%. 3.5 out of 7. So I was like, okay, cool. Now this round, I get a strong player. He's strong. He's a very strong master. His name is Ricardo Billinghurst. Perez Billinghurst. I think it's Ricardo. First name is, yes, Ricardo Perez Billinghurst. Ricardo Perez Billinghurst. Very strong master. I think his like online ratings are up to 3,000. So he's very strong. I knew who I was playing here. I knew who I was playing. And I'm like, okay, this guy's strong. He got 3.5. He's playing good. He's playing good. We in the open section. And you can't take him lightly. So I did my quick prep. I always prep every single round. 20 minutes before, they always give you a email or a text message. Hey, this is who you playing. So you only got like 20 minutes to prep. But you should be prepping all day, or at least I do. Then I know I'm already just prepped. I just look at something real quick, and I know what's going on. But prep wise, I was like, oh, he plays E4. So I was like, I was already ready. I already studied. Like I knew what to do. So I go in here already knowing what he's going to play, and lo and behold, this is what he plays. So I play the black pieces here. Let's get into it, guys. E4. I play C5. My favorite Sicilian to play, hyper accelerated dragon. So I'll play C5. He goes knight F3. I go G6. This is the move order. I'm literally blitzing the moves out, guys. I mean, after 2200, once you're over 2200, you honestly want to start. You can start studying openings in depth. But beforehand, I wasn't studying openings much at all. So, but openings are very good to do when you're over 2200. See, I'm just prepped. I'm like, I'm gonna be up a lot of time here, to say the least. So G6, D4. Regular stuff, I'm just taking. Is it necessary to improve in blitz because when my rapid goes up, my blitz goes down? I mean, in a way, you know, it's good to play the slower game so you can get better. Really how it is. But blitzing the first two moves is crazy. Blitzing the first two moves? Oh man, what? It's crazy. No, but really, if you know what you're going to play in the opening, or if you know your openings well, there's no reason you should take 5, 3, even sometimes 1 minute on the move you know you're going to make in the opening. So knight takes d4, knight to c6. Knight to c3. This is all theory. Bishop to g7. I mean, we going through this really fast. Bishop e3. I go knight to f6. Okay, so knight f6 and bishop to c4. So he's already indicating he's either going to go a few routes here. Either back up and play bishop e3, go for a classical version, main line, or he's going to castle and allow me to take on e4, which I equalize quite quickly. Or actually, he could probably try maybe f3 and queen d2 doesn't work here because I have tactics with queen b6. So you would definitely get in trouble a lot of times. So bishop c4, I kind of know what game we about to have here. So after bishop c4, I castle, and then he goes bishop to b3. Okay, so he backs it up. I was like, oh, well, this is not hard here. So as black here, what would you play with the black pieces, actually, after bishop to b3? There's a few ways. I'm going to show you which way I went. URGM, thanks, bro. Kyle Shepard. Canty, what's up? What's up? What up, Don't Cry Wolf? Welcome to the stream. After bishop to b3, what are you playing now? Knight x e4. Okay, so I'm not jumping off the deep end. That was in round 3, actually. That's on YouTube, on how to jump off the deep end. But it wasn't this game. So knight takes e4 is just not a move because knight takes e4. I have an interesting move recommended by Eugene Perelstein. That is to play knight f6 before bishop g7 to prevent Maraxi bind. Well, that is actually that is a move order that is correct sometimes. But you play knight c6 first. Knight takes d4, knight c6, knight c3 is their usual move. So if they go c4, then you already played knight f6. It's a little different. Move order is kind of weird. I totally understand though. e6. e6 is pretty tough, and the reason why e6 is tough is because you don't want to play e6 and g6 at the same time. So e6 and g6 is just usually not that good. So keep trying. Knight a5. Okay. Rook e8, d6. Knight g4, d5, d6, knight a5. So the move here is simple. It's just d6. But what's funny is, who did anyone say a5? A5 or knight a5, says Dr. Lono. So a5 here, right? A5 is the old version. And a5 is really nice. I mean, I had some nice games with a5. Very nice. And it becomes with, like, you can play d5 with it after f3, and you sack a pawn, you give up. Like, it's like crazy. It's literally a crazy line, honestly. So with that being said, I didn't play a5. I would have played a5 before with d6. d6, guys. So after d6, h3. He plays h3, and this move is like, you play it usually after you castle. h3 stops knight or anything coming to g4. Isn't knight a5, e5 a problem for black? Yes, it is. It is, because the knight, and that's you talking about back here. Here's the problem: knight a5, e5. This is the problem he's saying right here. e5 attacking the knight. He's attacking the knight. It's an issue. I mean, it's a huge issue here. Development then getting the pieces out. Black slice square bishop can get locked in pretty easily. It's not careful. You want to get out as soon as you can. 98, bishop takes f7. Oh man, that's nasty. Oh, this is actually the game. Bobby Fischer did this. When white. That's funny. Bobby Fischer actually did this. Forgot about that game. Yikes. This is what you don't do, big fella. I'm not falling into none of that stuff. So I played d6. d6 is the move. h3. And then I go knight a5. If you would have played d6 first, it would have been fine. It would have been fine in that game with Fischer, but knight a5 first is losing on the spot. So h3, he's actually stopping anything swinging into g4. And then we hit him with the castle. And castle here, I have no problems as black, honestly. I have no problems here with the next few moves. The next few moves. Usually you want to snap, you want to take this, but not technically right now. So if I'm not taking this right now, I need something to do with my pieces. So what do I do as black now? What's the next move? Bishop d7, I see b7, knight takes b3, b6. Get your knight in the game. It's actually b6. Bishop b6 or bishop d7. You guys are right. a6, what's up, Gary? It's b6. Because you got to get this bishop here. This bishop is nice. a6 and b5. a6 and b5 can be played, but b6 is just attacking this. And this bishop's always going to be good. All those are ideas. This is the simplest way for me to play. Because I get a lot of active play here, if you'll see in the next few moves. So he goes f4. And I was like, you know, honestly, in post-game analysis, when we talked about this, he was saying, I didn't have anything else to do. That's what he was saying with the white pieces. He's like, you play h3, so you stop knight g4. That's what this is about. Okay, to stop knight to g4 is what he wants to stop. Now, if he can't, you know, why does he want to stop this? Because he's trying to play f4. So h3, you're supposed to play f4. So when I play b6 and bishop b7, I anticipate f4 is going to happen, which makes this very weak, which makes, you know, this diagonal really strong. So strategically, it kind of stops this whole setup for white. So as black, I'm like feeling good already. I'm like, yeah, this is, I already know the next 10 moves from here. Bishop b7, queen d7, h6 after bishop g5, rook c8, knight c4. If he takes, which they usually do, you take here, play a6, double up. That's the entire game for black. What's up, James Canty? The other day, a rap song called Big Fella came on. I immediately thought of this stream. Respect the brand. That's what's up. Strong chess. Playing some strong chess. Welcome to the stream, bro. b6 is faster. Yep. I think it's just the accelerated dragon when you play d6 a little earlier. But I played d6 before knight f6 and it's opening. But most openings don't put the bishop on b3. This is new territory. Keeping it fresh, Canty. Probably still And the O line out. Nice. Thanks, bro. Jeez, Naka arrows on the board. Yep. This is what, bro, I noticed. So I'm sitting here and this is why I'm up so much time. Because I'm just like, bro, I know the ideas here. So either you're gonna throw me off and we're gonna go somewhere that I've never been before, or we gonna play this that I already know. So this is what he does. He goes here and I'm like, that can't be a move. Excuse me. I'm like, first off, it's my move. Secondly, that's not a move. I just put that in the chat. It's not a move. So F4, I'm like, this can't be a move, bro. This can't be. Something has to be wrong here. So especially with bishop to b7, this being just, I'm always gonna have pressure right here, and I'm always gonna take this bishop, so it releases a lot of pressure on this. So I'm just like winning after this. So he plays F4, automatic, bishop b7. Queen d2 was theory. This is not. Yeah, I believe that. I believe that. Absolutely, that is not. So after bishop b7, he goes f5. He goes all in at this point. So I look at him, then I look at the board, then I look back at him, then I look at the board, and then I just say that's not a move. I literally just, it's not a move. It's not a move. So I thought, and then I just took it. I actually took here first. I actually took on b3 first. Because I wanted to take on b3 because that bishop is annoying. I don't want anything in between moves. No, nothing. I'm trying to get rid of this right now before you just jump off the deep end or do something crazy, or I jump off the deep end and don't understand what's going on. So I got rid of it. Get rid of it now. I got two bishops. You have to take because it's a forcing move. Snap, snap. That's correct, Evan. Snap, snap. I just snapped it. Snapped here, snap, snap, and snap the other one. Knight takes e4. Yep, and now I'm just up. Then he goes queen g4. Whoa, big fella, what is this? I was like, uh-oh, what do I do? Now this is where it got wild. I mean wild, big fella. The game went everywhere, and this is why you always double check. That is the title of this. You always double check, okay? What happens here? Black to move. It got crazy right here. I mean crazy, bro. Queen to g4. Black to move. Dota says h5. Kyle Shepard says h5. Dr. Lono with the d5. Knight f6 from BC player. Knight takes c3, then h x g6. d6 is guarded. Knight to c3 from Gary Fang. Here we go. Here's the answer. Bishop c8, knight f6. It's h5. If you said h5, shout out to you, big fella. I see you. h5. I played h5. I was like, I'm about to just go for it. Because at this point, I'm like, you know what? I don't know what you're doing right now. I am making a weakness around my king, but it is easily defended. His best move is what, guys? What is White's best move? What is White's best move? There's only one move you should be making here. Queen f4. Evan says queen d1. Queen takes e4. Jumping off the deep end. That is a possibility. He could jump off the deep end right here. That will be easy for everyone. But queen takes e4 was not the move he chose. Queen to d1. Don't say 96. 96. Yeah, that's not a move, big fella. Queen f3. You too strong. Appreciate it. Resign. That is a possibility, but not here. He wasn't ready yet to accept it. It's not here though. Queen h4 says Banatore. Queen e2, queen h4. So let me tell you what the best move is. What he should have done. He should have just went back to original square. Queen d1. Evan, you were correct. Evan, which Evan's actually one of the students, so he did get that right, by the way. Queen to d1. Queen to d1. That is the best move on the board. Because you need to go back, or it's just you jumping off the deep end. We're gonna look at every why, and I'm gonna show you why everything else is wrong. Everything else is wrong. Every other move just gets in trouble. Just gets in some kind of trouble. So queen f4, by the way, is the worst. And that's what he played too. And I'm going to show you what happened. This is why you always double check. I can't wait to get to that part, right? Now, watch this. Okay, queen e2. So he is playing too aggressive. Yes, but also I played too aggressive too as well. I mean, watch this. So he goes, if he goes queen e2, that's simple. I mean, I'm already up. By right now, I'm already up a pawn. So, I mean, we go here, knight g3 is just over. Like, it's easy. So I fork the queen and the rook, and I win some material. Queen h4, I have this sweet move, e5. So I actually can play e5. e5 is pretty cool. If he tries f6, I have that defended 3 times. So we can't play that. I'm also threatening this. I'm up a pawn, so why is e5 nice? Because I'm hitting 2 pieces. I'm hitting the knight. I'm also hitting the queen. So it's forcing the queen trade, which is nice for me because I'm up a pawn. I'm just going in an endgame up a pawn with 2 bishops. It's just totally winning. So I had e5 on that move. And then if what else did he have? He can't go queen g5. That's obvious reasons. You have queen f3 and queen f4 are the only 2 moves left. Only 2 moves. So why is queen f3 bad? Watch this. Queen f3, snap. Okay, snap, big fella. You get one too. That's right. Oh, hello. Give me the other one. That's for free. Everything must go sale. That's a check. King has to go somewhere. I don't even care where you go. I'm going to take this, and that's mine. Have a good day. It's a resignation. That's why queen f3 is wrong. Sweet, right? That was sweet. It was so nice to be able to do that tactic on the board, right? If he goes queen f3. So queen f3 does not work. It just doesn't work. But queen f4. So he went queen f4, right? So what are you supposed to play now? This is, I already got him. Right now I'm like -3 right now. Engine's loving black. What do you do now with the black pieces? What are your 2 options? I'll say 2 moves are correct here. And actually no, 1 is correct. But 2 of them, there's 2 options you can go here. We have G5 from TTN729. He says G5 here, G5. D5 from Dr. Lono, G5 from E5 from Dr. Lono, DK says G5, Kyle Shepard with E5, Benatori and Gary with E5. G5 could work, Bishop to E5, says Matt Smith. G5 from Moss Beats. E5 is the idea. E5, okay for Ross. No, this is bad. Let me show you what happened. There's 2 ways to go here. There's only 2 moves, G5 and E5. I already saw this, right? So this is why you double check, guys. This is the point of today. The right move, the point of today, the whole, hey, this is why you always double check, is because of this move right here. Look, the right move is E5. So shout out to you if you said E5. That's the right move. And this is the move that I actually considered. I did not play this. I considered it. And I was like, it just doesn't work because, and then it's air. I don't even remember the rest of the sentence. So you always double check because sometimes you have emotions where you're like, man, this is it. I got him. And you choose the other one because you thought that it was correct. And it also looks very cool. I was like, oh, G5? I know this is breaking all the rules in the book right now, but it seems like it's winning. It just looks so great. And I did consider E5, but for some reason or another, I just didn't think that it worked. And it does in all lines. E5 is like, GG, start a new one. First off, this is a fork. Takes. For some reason, I thought he could take this, but I forgot the bishop's here. And not forgetting, but just didn't consider it. The bishop's here. Queen has to go where? I don't know. You better find a move. Only one move. Queen h2. Queen h2. Bishop e5 now, and this is crushing. Oh my goodness. What? You can't move this bishop. I'm taking on d4. If you go queen h1, I go knight g3. It's a disgusting a fork here in a way. After rook takes and rook takes here, there's the queen still hanging. If you go back up to h2, knight e2 check, snap the queen off. GG, it's over. Start a new one. It's just not a move. E5 was winning on the spot. But I chose G5. Now watch this. Watch this, guys. Chess is a beautiful game. I played g5. And reason why I wanted only moves, I was like, if he goes g5, he has two options. He's either going to go into queen f3. Thanks for the follow, Strider Chess. Appreciate it. That's epic. It's less like a fork and more like a squid. Nothing like enjoying alone and watching chess. All right, Alec Lay. Hey, that's what's up, man. You came to the right channel. So this queen is only got two squares, h2 or f3. h2, we already know what's happening. Bishop e5, just hey, start a new one. Shake hands right now. You just sign the paper. It's over. So queen f3, though. Queen f3 is a challenge. Now watch this. Queen f3. Here we go. Here we go. I'm excited. I'm excited, right? And you know, this is why you always double check. This is when I knew, oh my goodness, what did I do? What did I get myself into? Queen f3, knight takes c3. Everybody agree. Does everyone agree in the chat right now? Knight takes c3 is the move for black. We just looked at it, right? We just looked at this. It's the same thing, knight takes c3. Yes, but here's the funny thing about chess. I love this game so much. After knight takes c3, it is not the same. It is not the same because I have a pawn on g5. So if I would have played e5, I win the game easier. Now there's queen takes h5, yes, and that's different, but watch this. This is the line that he missed. He miscalculated here, and I saw this. I'm sitting at the board like, you know, like poker face, just stone cold Jedi, hoodie on, robe style. You don't even know that I'm breathing. I'm just there, right? Stone cold face, but inside I'm like, what did I do? What did I do? What is this? This is not, that was not a move. Then I'm thinking about life, like, you know, is this what life really is about? You know, and let's just start, thinking these terrible thoughts about yourself. So queen takes b7 is what he's supposed to do. Bishop takes d4. Now watch this. In between moves, you need to get good at these. Zhisenzugs. Queen f3. Queen f3, and now it's very close to being a draw. Queen f3. How is queen f3 a draw? Well, you find a move for black, and I'll refute every one of them. Queen f3, and it's a draw. Or I'm in a worse position somehow. Queen h5 guards e2, and there's no knight e2 check. That's correct. But what's the main idea here? Bishop takes e3, knight b5. Yeah, you could try all these. Knight b5, actually, Evan, was the only line. If bishop takes e3, right? Bishop takes e3, that's the most logical. Queen takes. Now you need to move your knight somewhere, because I am up a piece. But yeah, when I move my knight, he's going to take this one and take this one. And if he wants to, he can go for a perpetual. But maybe if I do something crazy and jump off the deep end here, I might be getting mated myself. I'll show you. King here, king anywhere. I don't even care. Here, check. King back, and then maybe check again, and king somewhere, and then rook f4, and all of a sudden I'm getting checkmated in the corner over here from being up a piece, because I did make those committal moves, h5 and g5, jumping off the deep end. You got to know what you're doing, so you better be careful, big fella. You better be careful. Okay, you need to calculate like a Jedi. That's why we have a Jedi training right now. So going back, okay, I was like, wow, I can't take on e3. That's not happening. So my options are very limited. I have bishop f6. I can go back here if I like. I can try bishop f6, and then he just takes the knight. He's not down a piece anymore. And I'm the one actually that's looking kind of weird, actually. So knight b5. Let's try Evan's move. But watch this. c4. c4 is a sweet move. It's hitting the knight. And if I move the bishop, you take the knight, which is triple pawns, which is still a weird endgame, actually. But also it's the fact that same thing. I mean, he has the same thing, and I have to do something about something here, to say the least. Canty, the subtle difference in the position is so cool. Yes, bro. G5. The pawn being up one more square makes this tactic not work anymore. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And he said he didn't see this line either. The guy that's almost 3,000 blitz and stuff on chess.com was not able to find this sequence. And I saw this and I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't believe this all happened. And he's sitting there thinking, and I'm like, after a while, you start to realize maybe they don't see this. Maybe he doesn't see this sequence. So let's go back, because he didn't see it. He didn't. He didn't. The pawn on f5 ruins it all as an instrumental part of the whole mating line for white. That's crazy, because if you had a pawn on a5, it wouldn't be there. Correct. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. You know, chess is a beautiful game. So I play g5. He goes queen f3. I take here, and then I realize what just happened. And then I was like, you know what? I'm about to offer this man a draw. If he go back queen f3, I might think. I'm gonna think for about 20, 30 minutes, try to figure out every single line. If it don't work, I'm gonna offer him a draw. That's exactly. I was already in that mindset because I'm like, I'm in almost a worse position because I made these committal moves, and then after that, you know, these are now targets. So I need to be very careful here, and you know, try not to just botch this any more than what it is. So this is what he does. He plays queen takes h5, and I'm like, I breathe. I was like, gasp. Went and got some water, and sat back down and was like, okay, let's go into Zen Jedi mode now. Just don't even think. No one's around me but me and the board. Let's find the moves from here. Because this got crazy. Queen takes h5. I'm up a piece right now. I'm up a piece. This one and round 8 and round 9 were probably not probably. These were the most tactical games I've had this whole tournament. So watch the next few moves here, guys. Watch the next few moves. So after queen takes h5, what do you play with black now? Because if you're not careful, I mean, this is not all sunshine and rainbows for black here. I am up a piece, but I did make some committal moves. Pawns will never return back to original square, so they should be moved with care. That's right. Evan says 94. Hand pans live says knight to e4. f6. Kyle Shepard says f6. Well, f6 is my knight's hanging, big fella. I got to do something about my knight. I got to do something about my knight. So 94 is a move, but 94, I was like, yeah, 94 is cool, but this one's more direct, and I can get back to the king if I need to. So I'll play knight d5. I got back here just to make this threat. And here's the thing, I was like, well, shoot, he's not going to take this. He's not going to take this. I mean, it just wouldn't make sense to take that. So what do you think White did here? White to move, guys. He took it, says Dr. Lono. Took it, says Evan. Anybody else? f6. He can hang his knight with check. He took it, 96. Yeah, everybody right. He took it, bro. He took on g5, and it was one of those. You ever seen a water bottle flip challenge? And there's like a video that he drops on the table, everybody just fly back. It was one of those. He took the pawn, and I just flew back out the chair. I was like, what is this? Are we at the same board? What am I missing? What am I missing here, guys? I'm about to show you, okay? And then you have to calculate like a wizard. All right, he took the pawn, and I could not believe he took the pawn. I had to sit here for a second. I had to take it because I was like, I gotta see this. I may be wrong, but I gotta see this, bro. Because I'm already up one piece. You say you about to give me a second one, and I can't defend this, big fella? No, not today. Not with the Jedi. So I took. I just snapped. Check. He went here. I didn't see nothing else to do because there are rook lifts and things that are about to happen in this position, and I need to defend this side. So I just brought it right back. Bishop g7. You can offer him his resignation. Absolutely. I was getting the papers ready. You know, like got my pen ready for him. Just looking at him. Staring at him with the pen and the paper ready. Your move, bro. Your move. And then while I'm staring at him with the paper and the pen, waiting for him to sign, he makes his move. Where does he go, guys? Where does this man go? White to move. Rook f3 says, don't cry wolf. Rook a4 from black rank pawn. Rook h3 has to be. Okay, rook d1, f6, f6, rook f3 mistyped. So here's what happened. Rook f3 is not the move because you can't rook lift. You can't swing over. Rook f3, if you go rook f3, the problem with it is you just can't do nothing next. I mean, you can go rook g3, but that's not going to be enough. And I might even have knight f6. I might, because I have to be careful in some lines. But here's what happened. I'm laughing because I remember how I felt when he made this move. When he played rook a4, my heart jumped. It was like, like rook a4, and I was like, oh my goodness, you start sweating, and then you like, you start, like it feels like you tasted something. Like, did you just eat something? Your mouth feels weird, your body starts tingling, and you sitting there, and it's like, whoa, what is this move? It's that move where you like, I didn't see that. I don't want him to know I didn't see that. How do I react to this move? How do I even react? How do I even react here? Psychologically, how do you react? People around, they watching your game. You like, man, oh my goodness, what just happened? I might give up if I play this. I don't want nobody to see this. This game never happened, kind of thing. Rook a4. What do you play as black here? I'm about to show you what happens if you go wrong. Because somebody gonna go wrong here. Somebody gonna go wrong. So what are some things in the chat? I think we play f6 and we're okay, says Strong Chess. Dr. Lono says f6. F6. Never play f6, but it seems like you have to. Yeah, knight f6, bishop c6, rook h4, rook e8. Has to be f6. That's correct, guys. Black can bail out with e6. No, e6 is not a move. No, f6 is the move. And here's what happened if you go knight f6. Because I was like, what if I try knight f6? Well, then snap. Okay, snap. Rook g4. I gotta go here. My queen can't get here. And then you go queen h6. And I'm like, get mated. Or very close. Very close. Going this way. Check here. Take this one. Rook slide this way. I mean, like, come on. King back. Rook takes e8. Good game. Over. I could not do that. I could not allow that to happen. So knight f6 was not a move. I really didn't think long, and I played f6. Now, how do you run? He plays rook h4. What do you go now? Black to move. What do you do now? Now just short king walk. Oh, it was something like that, Banatore. It was definitely something like that. F takes fx g5, queen h7, king f7, queen h5 draw. I think not, big fella. Let me show you what's going to happen if you do something like that. Pawn takes, I think it's check, king here. Check, king here. I think it was rook h7. Something similar. Something's wrong. Because I'm losing in this line. I'm losing in this line. Check, check. Let me see what's wrong. Queen h7. Oh, it is. It's just a perpetual. So king here. Check. I thought I was getting mated. But I was not a fan of this either. I was just not a big fan of like being over here with this kind of position. And I wasn't trying to get a perpetual either. So I didn't take on g5. We ain't here, big fella. What's up, Gamer DHS? He is relentlessly pursuing your king. This is wild. And he's also down 2 pieces. He down 2 pieces, guys. Straight up. Down 2 pieces. And he relentlessly attacking me. Rook f7 now. Correct. Only move. I play rook f7. Only move to get out of mates. You need space for your king to move, and black's bishop is a defender against the queen and the rook. Right. So I go rook f7. He checks me. I go king f8. Bishop h6. Black to move. What do you do now? How could you play this? Yeah. Savagery right now. There's only one line to play. Anything else loses. Bishop takes h6, and you have lost the game. Queen h8 mate, actually. And actually, the threat right now is queen h8 mate. So if I do something like, oh, let's just get the queen off the back rank. Mate on h8. Oh, let's take h6, mate on h8. So you have no other move but to play king to e8. Correct. I moved out of the way, and I'm like, you know what? Here's a rule that you always want to remember. When you're up material, you can always give it back. That's the wonderful thing about being up. I'm up 2 pieces. You know what, big fella? Hey, look. I feel sorry for how I did you earlier. I didn't mean any of it. It's yours. You can have this back. It's yours. I'm sorry. I must have misplaced this piece. It's definitely yours. You can have it. You can definitely have that piece, big fella. It's not that serious. So I just got out of the way. Hey, bro, you can have what you want. I'm going to just go this way. So after king e8, he plays queen g6. Only move, right? It's the best move to make. Best move to make, honestly. It's just the best. And then what do you play? You better run for it, run. Yeah, I was out. I was gone. I was like not having it. Not today. I'm out of here, bro. So what do you play now for black? You're running again. You know what's funny? The engine actually says King D7. Engine liked it that first, but for me, you know, I just like to be precise, and I think more precise was just taking on H6 first, just getting rid of this. So it's only one threat. I only have to give this up, and I'm left with Queen, Bishops, and Knight, and a Rook. So I took first, and then I have nothing else to do because Rook check is coming on the back rank. I can't do nothing about this. I just get out of the way and I give the piece back. Queen takes f7. It's still very interesting here. White still has some play, but black to move here. And at this point, it's -3 after this move. Black to move. Where do we go? Queen g8 from Don't Cry. Queen g8 certainly from Strong Chess. Dr. Lono with knight to e3. Queen g8 checkmate the queen. Okay. That is correct, guys. It's queen to g8. Queen to g8. Checkmate the queen. Yep, make sure knight e3 runs into trouble with rook to e1. Even though he is taking this, or I can take this with check, he can still get some problems after like checking me and stuff. I just didn't want to make it too complicated. I wanted to make it very easy and simple. So I play queen to g8. He trade, we trade. Now I'm up. He goes rook here, and if I trade this, it may be still be a win for black, but I don't want to make this pawn better. And also he got a second one over here, so it's just not. Why would I do that? So I play rook c8. Make more sense. Hit something more weaker. So rook to c8. He goes c3. He's too good. Thanks, bro. Knight to e3 now, attacking this and attacking this. This one on g2 is actually defended by this rook, so it's actually not attacked at all. So he goes rook here. And then I just start hitting stuff. You got to start threatening things. So rook to c5, I start threatening stuff. Hitting this pawn. It's attacked now. King h2, I take on c4. He goes rook e2. I put this bishop on a6 because I was trying to figure out what else to do. I was like, yeah, you know what, let's just threaten this rook and see where it goes. So he goes here. I get this kind of nice little pin or a skewer, whatever this is. He moves the rook out of the way. I go a5. And this went 54 moves, so I'll go through some more here. Rook to g4. Bishop c2, just threatening this pawn. I'm trying to take as many pawns as possible. Not worried about this because nothing's going on. Rook a3 and knight in. Knight in to e3. If he goes rook g3, I have knight f1. So that's an issue for him. I just wanted to move a little bit closer and see what happens. Time trouble? No, actually. Well, actually, he was a little bit in time. I mean, maybe 20 minutes. But I mean, which is still, it's enough time, but it is time trouble in slow games. But I mean, he wasn't really in time trouble. Rook to d5, b4, a4. So I close this off nicely like this. He goes c4, and my heart drops like temporarily because I thought for a minute I like hung a piece or something. For some reason, I thought I was hanging a piece. I just thought he was able to win this. I was like, oh my goodness, did I just drop this game? But then I was like, oh, I can just take it. I'm fine. Knight takes c4, rook c3, bishop b3. And h4. I took on b2. Now I got 2 pawns. Knight to c4. Watch this, guys. This is about to be fun. So I push a3. a3. Black to move. a3. Now, what does white do? He had a good attack. He did, though. He did, but it fizzled out. What do you play now as white here? Do you play like a GM? Thank you so much. Idle Shepherd, appreciate it. Rook to a8. That's actually the move he made. Check, he says. Lots would have fallen to that attack. Yeah, absolutely. Lots would have fallen to rook a4. They would have jumped off the deep end. Most people. I know. Because I was definitely sitting there. And then after a while, I'm like rocking like this. Like, oh my goodness. I'm making sure every line works because I'm like, oh my goodness. I didn't expect this. Am I getting out of this? And I got out of it. Rook a8. And he says what? Knight a5 from Don't Cry Wolf. I actually played a2 first. Matt Smith says take the bishop. That's exactly what he did. He snapped here. And then what did black do right here? Black to move. What happened? Do I see rook a5 sacking the future, says Evan. Rook b3 from Guillotine King. Rook a5, ship it, says Strong Chess. Knight a5, that's not a move because rook a3, big fella. Uh-oh, you have jumped off the deep end. You need to go home or your tournament's over. Knight a4, rook a5, rook a5. I played rook a5 and just looked at him. Silently, just stared at him. Rook a5. Just stared at him. Then I went and grabbed some water and came back. Rook a5. Sweet move, right? That was sweet, man. I wanted to set this up. So I play rook a5, and after rook a5, he takes it. I queen. He takes. Oh, he checks first. I go here. What now, big fella? This is why he resigned. Queen appears very soon. No, he played on. He kept playing. A takes b6. Queen e5 check. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Then king h3. I took on g3. Or b6, actually. Because if he takes here, then it's check. So I was able to snag this pawn. So now he doesn't have to pass pawn anymore. So then he doubles up, trying to go for here. I just threaten one rook while defending the other square at the same time. Check. Check. Queen f1. I love this move a lot because now I'm just cutting off squares. My next goal is to get a knight to f3 or g4 via e5, and it should be over. Nice fortress around your king. Thanks. Yeah, I'm always able to run into one of the little cubby holes here. He plays rook c3, I go knight e5, and that was it. He resigned right here. Knight e5, and the Jedi advances. This puts me at 4.5 out of 8. All I need is one more to tie my last score from Chicago Open 2019 with 5.5 points. I'm 4.5 out of 8 in the open section. A little bit over half now. Feeling good. Feeling real good there after that. That was insane, dude. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Thank you, guys. This is going on the YouTube channel, so make sure you subscribe to the YouTube.